Good morning and welcome back again to the London Times. I've just adjusted Euro USD 4-hour chart flashing up on your screens right now. And post the Tokyo Sydney session, Euro has moved pushed higher already towards 1371, so it was just about 100 points shy. Right now it is retracing and is quite understandable. Tell you what, I've never seen 350 points or 400 points of movement, which we have just witnessed in the past 24 hours in the euro, and uh, and there is no surprise if it goes bit sideways or potential triangle as the lower degree wave 4 unfolds. More or less, it is very clear that euro is progressing within the third wave minute degree, and one lesser degree would be it's progressing within the fifth wave of minute degree, and if you want to go one more step lower, then it looks like the third wave just finished. I think the third wave was again an extension. So if you want to label this chart at one lesser degree, we can do that on the hourly chart and keep it here as well. The visualization, it looks like the sub-minute wave 3 completed, and we are now producing the sub-minute wave 4 before wave 5 pushes higher towards the 1475 mark. So let's change the color and degree to sub-minute and visibility to just an hour. All right. So here's the potential structure where we can just adjust this one and push this higher. So ultimately we are okay. Let's also play around the Fibonacci numbers. There we are. The third wave slightly extended, and if you look at the second wave, it was an expanded flat. Ideally, wave 4 could be a sharp decline. So let's take a hypothetical target as well. Now, if you see the target pointing, it's over 1551, no problems. All right, so I think we are good. Okay, so that's the wave story and the wave structure on 4 hours and the hourly. Now let's come back to the trading point. Last session, I was quite a bit uh, enthusiastic about taking profits. If you have done that, it is okay. If you haven't done that, it is good enough. But if you have booked partial profits, those who are interested in the short-term trading, it would have been it is even better because euro is possibly going to give time or yet another opportunity for us to enter on the long side. It may not be that much lower, but somewhere in the vicinity of 1250 or 1200, 1230. All right. So next, intraday traders, if you have booked complete profits, please consider buying again around the 1200 zone, 1230, 1250 zone, and then target around 1550 or just around 1500 mark. And positional traders who book partial profits, nothing to be done right now. Just prepare. Let's prepare for one more high and exit completely thereafter. I'm using the word completely, but if you still want to hold on, you can partially because we are still expecting minute wave 5 higher. All right. But if you exit permanent, if you exit completely, we will get another chance to buy around the wave 4, which could be slightly deeper. Okay, so it's absolutely both ways trading can be done, and I've just discussed both of them, both possibilities, so you can execute accordingly. But tell you what, the story which began, we started the story precisely on the 31st of Jan or 3rd of February. That was the precise date. Identification was done around the 12th or 13th of January, but this wave 2 confirmation was received on the 3rd of February. So we are 2 months and a week after that. In that period, prices have rallied from 1.02 to 1.12. So 1100 points of rally that we have captured in the euro. All right. Only one unfortunate instrument that we have faced is gold, but that happens. But we will capture that points or those points in the other side, on the other side actually. Markets are not going to keep going in one direction. That never happens. So we just have to stay aside and keep our cool and patience before things turn around. All right. So that is the story in the euro. Let's find out what's happening in the dollar index. As you can see, the dollar index has hit the first target now. It's penetrated the 38.2% Fibonacci extensions, and it is also printed around 99.58 intraday low, and is pulling back right now, which is quite understandable before at the final decline could resume. But I don't think dollar index would extend all the way towards 1998.25. So be prepared for a cut short maybe, because as euro is extending, rallying, it's rallying. Uh, we are not seeing that kind of a drop coming as a follow through in the dollar index. But nonetheless, the wave structure is as it is. There is no change. Dollar index is unfolding minute wave 3, which is obviously an extension, and within minute wave 3 it is unfolding, or within its last wave right now, the sub at a minute wave 5 unfolding. All right, and also those who are joining new, I would also like to emphasize that not only minute but the sub minute wave 3, the minute wave 3 also extended. So it's an extended wave 3 at a minute and minute degree, minute wave 3s. All right, which normally it's not the case. I mean, one of the waves are extended. Normally the third of third wave is extended, but in this case the third of third wave was extended. I think the fifth of third wave is also extending right now. But we've got to be a bit cautious actually. That's why I'm I keep on saying, short-term intraday traders might want to take completely off from the shorts taken, and uh, those who are still holding positional shorts, at least take maximum profits. I mean, you can hold 20% or 25% of the short, that's fine. We are just one more blow away before a meaningful pullback can occur. That is minute wave 4. And remember, minute wave 4, that is this wave 4, can actually travel In terms of the Fibonacci correlation, the 38.2% of wave 3, which is almost, I mean, if I put a hypothetical wave 3 here around 98.25, then it will go all the way towards 102.61, number one, and also closer to the vicinity of previous wave 4, which is again at 103.50. So it might be a meaningful pullback after that, and maybe one more low thereafter. So rather than waiting all the way towards the where the pullback is happening, maybe we will want to sit on the sidelines, take profits right now, and sit on the sidelines, and then we will consider re-entering. All right. So that's the story, and let's also find out that. But I think channeling is applicable not now. Let's allow the third wave to terminate and complete before we can do the channeling or apply the channeling technique here. All right. So that is the story in the dollar index. Let's find out what is happening in pound. I think pound we will keep it short because we had already advised a humble suggestion to exit pound completely in the last session itself. If you have still not done, I think you can consider that even now because pound is holding itself back. That's for the first time, and it's a kind of a diverging scenario which is indicating that even euro and the dollar index might be preparing for a reversal. So positionally, intraday traders were all suggested for a profit booking across the board. Positional traders, maximum profits could be booked. We have taken all profits in the term in the portal for euro and the dollar index. All right. GBP we had not issued in the portal, so we have refrained from that, but we would like to humbly suggest that if possible, kindly exit complete long side. And now it's been one of the most volatile in recent times, even against silver. Even silver has not produced this kind of a volatile action. But tell you what, eh, as we adjusted the wave counts in the previous session, I mean that looks good on the screen right now. I mean wave three might have been extended, uh, and right now we are facing a final thrust within the fifth wave, uh, which looks either complete or maybe just one more high. The 32.25 has already been print, and it's quite possible that let's have a look at lower degree counts first. But tell you what, I also want to do that daily chart analysis where we want to do the channeling with 2 and 4. If that is wave 4, and we push it through the third wave, and the daily channel is being tested right now. You can see here, let me zoom in a bit. So the daily channel has been tested already and prices are pulling back. Okay, so this is a good thing. Point number one, it is tested the channel, and if we look at the shorter degree time frame now, let's keep the visibility here on the daily chart. We don't want to see that on the hourly, the channel. And if we go on an hourly chart now and see if the subdivisions are in 5 waves, that is wave 1, wave 2, once again an extended wave 3. Suddenly I've got a power cut here as we speak. The laptop battery is still fine, so we can continue for another 5 minutes or so, but the internet connection which is on the UPS might not sustain more than that. So we will have to wrap up the situation or the session as early as possible. So the hourly chart is suggesting that the third wave was extended, and we've got wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. I think the third wave is still progressing, or the fifth wave is extending. If you go by wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and then wave 4, that the fifth wave is now extending with wave 1, 2, 3, wave 4, and maybe another wave 5 higher. So let's be prepared for one more high toward 3270, 3280, or around 3250. But tell you what, this could be the last leg. We are already beginning to see the diverging scenarios on different time frames. So we've got to be careful and be watchful. But we are not issuing a short call right now as an aggressive one. Maybe we can do that in the New York session after one more high prints. All right. So we will cut the session short, a bit short today before we come back in the New York session. I fear the UPS will be cut off very soon now. So let's bring the current session to a pause, and we'll be back again in a few hours to touch base and continue the story in the New York session. Until that time, once again, thank you for tuning in. And as always, please do take care and God bless. Goodbye.